We're going full tilt with a silicone tubeless setup. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to do a quick little video on my silicone tubeless setup that I've been doing on my bikes. I previously did this on my DR650 with really good success. It's been in there about a year and a half now, I think, and it's been working really, really well. Even over the summertime when I don't ride the bike for several months, it doesn't lose but maybe a couple of pounds of air pressure over that whole time. So I'm really, really pleased with it. It makes it really simple to be able to do a simple plug if you were to get a nail or something in your tire. It's just really, really easy to do the roadside repair, in my opinion. I've even had a couple situations where I have forgotten to check the air pressure and it was a little low. One time was down around, I would say probably around 5 or 8 psi, and I had to ride it back because I didn't notice it until I was about midway through a ride, and I had to ride it back and it didn't have any trouble. So basically what we're doing is we're taking silicone and we're sealing up all the spoke holes. Now, one thing that most people do is they'll put a little blob around each silicone or around each spoke hole. The way I do it is a little different. I do that first and then immediately follow it up with a complete coverage of silicone in the, we'll call it the spoke well, if you will, on the wheel. I don't fill it all the way to the top because you got to have some room for the tire when you're putting it on the bike. But basically I do a nice smooth coverage over the whole thing, and it ends up being a good, on most wheels at least, a good 1/4 inch thick. And I think it just makes it a heck of a lot more durable. I haven't had any problems with this. Doing it this way, I haven't had a single pinhole leak of any kind on any of the spokes. This turned out really, really good on the DR. I'm very pleased with it. So far, so good. So I'll keep you posted on the progress on the DR and see how it does. But I don't see it being anything different than the last time on the DRZ. So anyway, I'll give you a little clue on this front wheel, though. The front wheel was just a total pain in the butt, and I'll leave you a little video here to show you what happened when I tried to seat the bead on such a narrow tire. It was a little challenging, to say the least. The back one took like 10 minutes. Super easy. This one I've been on since about 7:30 this morning. It's like almost 1 o'clock. Here's the aftermath of virtually every possible thing. That was just me getting pissed and throwing my shit everywhere. Virtually every tool and idea I could possibly come up with out here to make it work. You know what ended up finally working? This right here. It needed constant air supply, and then I used these to grab the tire and kind of pull the edge out all the way around, and it finally just went boop and popped on. Dude, that was like, I'd rather fight an alligator barehanded than try to deal with that shit. That was ridiculous. Well, pardon my French on that, but I tried to edit out some of the cuss words, but needless to say, you can see why I didn't do a how-to video on this. If you'd like to see how this is done in a step-by-step fashion, I will leave a link in the description to a previous video that I did of this same setup on my DRZ. But it works really, really well. The only problem I had was that skinny front tire was really hard to get it to pop out onto the bead. It needed a really big rush of air, and I just had no way to do that. I didn't have any ether or anything like that. I think in the future, if I'm going to do it, I will stretch the tire the day before, stretch it out widthwise. And I think that would help a lot. It was just really narrow, probably from just being on the shelf for a number of months or something like that. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We've got more to come, and the bike's really starting to look like a dirt bike. Thanks.